Hello everyone, and welcome back to the altars. It's day 60. Sunrise is 5 days away, which means we have some time to take care of some logistics before getting out of here. I don't think there are any more tasks. Maybe we'll get one additional task from Lucas during a call this evening. But for now I want to take a minute to plan our eventual departure. One thing we need to keep in mind is that once we depart, we'll get all our build structures back. And as of right now, that would take 650 volume, which is about as much as we have left. But much of that is normal outposts and pylon components, which is basically just metal. So we probably want to make sure that on the day of our departure we selectively get rid, or we make sure we definitely pick up our advanced and our automatic outposts so that the minerals don't go to waste, and then yeah, we can maybe afford to get to lose some metal if that means we can take more emeralds with us or more organics. Talking about that, I was considering, since it's more storage efficient anyways, to invest in some additional radiation filters and repair kits and food. Just ramp up the uphold to, I don't know, 10 on both for now. And same with the drill cartridge if we can. Because those kinds of consumables, we already know that we will be using them wherever we end up next, right? Same with the food. Make sure we have maybe 30 cooked meals and 25, maybe 50 of this as a backup. And let's see how resource draining that is. We definitely need 700 organics. We cannot afford to fall too low on organics, otherwise we won't we'll have a repeat of what happened last time. And let's check our assignments. Jan Miner is working organics. That's good. We should probably do the workshop queue.
I'm done. Should I do this now?
Wait, you're done with research? What do we want to have? Base expansion 4 maybe? I don't think we... Maybe we could? Do we need any... Is there anything else that doesn't cost a planetary sample and is immediately helpful? Not really, so let's get that and then continue with anomaly shield.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Yeah.
Would you like me to address that?
Is no one doing kitchen? Shouldn't you be doing kitchen? There we go. We can't build any more rooms. Some of your others have gathered in the command pod.
What about the anomalies? Quiet.
What do you mean quiet?
What was that about? Jeez, can a bunch of guys just hang out without anyone prying? So, you still angry at me about those implants? Is there any way I could fix things? Don't you think you fixed enough already? I never imagined you'd care more for a brain-dead body than for the rest of us. You bullied us into those implants. That's what you did.
Let's call Lucas. I'm never gonna get around to restructuring this base, am I? It's gonna stay a disorganized mess until the very end, I'm pretty sure. Call, alright, we wanted to ask about Ben, who was the boyfriend of Jan Refiner, right? But in his timeline, not in ours.
Lucas, you there?
Jan, what's the matter?
Well, I have a favor to ask of you, sort of on the side. It might seem unconventional, but it's important.
What is it?
It's about a certain person called Benjamin Harris. It's possible he could have applied to participate in a Dolly mission in recent months. Do you think you could take a look in the candidate database and see if there's any trace of him?
And why exactly do you need to track him down?
Do we tell him? I don't think so. I'm really curious about him.
He's just this guy one of my ulcers told me about, and I'm really curious about him.
Okay, so we're
You think you
basically
could find
telling
out
him
more
anyway.
for me?
Gee, I mean, I totally respect curiosity, but I can't just snoop around corporate databases at will. They're not that accessible.
Please?
Please? This is really important to me.
Look, I get it, but what do you want me to do? Break in? I mean, that would be illegal.
But it wouldn't be wrong.
I guess I talked you into something illegal too, right? Making your altars just so you could survive and bring back Rapidium.
Yeah, totally comparable,
Those
mate.
arcs you've collected, I know you're taking this mission seriously. So,
I think
yes.
it's the least you could do.
I can at least think about it. Okay?
Thanks, man. I won't tell anyone, promise.
Yeah, I know. You got anything more on this guy?
There's a chance he's a geologist.
Might be helpful.
And he's got a loud laugh.
That a little less.
That was a joke, Lucas.
I got it, Jan. It's just my laugh is a quiet one.
And that's what makes it so priceless.
Let's get this straight. I'm only saying I'll try.
I believe in you, Lucas.
Yeah, sure. I'll get back to you if I find something.
You know where to find me.
Okay. Nothing else to do. We are... How are we looking psychologically? These two still very angry with me. And the others are doing fine. So instead of showing them movie rebroadcast, I think I'm going to work a little bit more on the workshop queue before going to bed. Okay. Check our optional tasks, wait for a call from Lucas, and build more Rapidium arcs. Did we finish base expansion? We didn't. Probably won't even finish that tomorrow. Day 61. Sunrise in 4 days. I think we can afford to craft even more radiation filters and even more repair kits without going into organics depth. Same with this. Now I'm wondering if it might be worth it for us to upgrade our base after all, just to take even more from here, but it's, as I said, it's not much time left anyways. What can we spend our time on? Workshop queue. You guys working? You are on maintenance, but you got nothing to maintain. Maybe some Pydium? The fact that we need exactly full organics in order to move the base does make me a little nervous. So maybe having the base expansion is a good idea, but we'll see. Maybe Lucas is gonna call us tonight again. Oh, looks like he did. Let's finish working until we're tired. And then there's some call. Maybe it's Maxwell? No, it's Lucas.
Lucas, any news?
Yeah. Good news, actually. I managed to get into the candidate database. Your guy does exist.
Seriously? Wow.
And you were right. We have him on the list.
No shit.
Yeah, this is very fresh. His application's still waiting to be processed, but I bet he's got a decent chance.
Works on an offshore rig, which would make him qualified to work as a refinery operator.
Man, that's just incredible.
Want to tell me more about why it's so incredible?
He did just what the refiner predicted. Yeah, I think he said that he was basically, in his timeline, he was basically going in his stead.
The refiner, my alter, he predicted this. He knew this guy. They were in love. And he knew him so well, he was sure Ben would apply for a Dolly mission. Even though he wasn't sure, I wasn't sure. He existed anywhere outside his mind.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, what are you planning to do with this information?
That's a good
Will
question.
you tell this alter of yours that his boyfriend is actually out there?
Why not? I mean,
Well, I feel that I should tell him. He really wants to know.
Look, I don't know, Jan. I'm not sure you want to get this guy's hopes up.
You mean?
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen to your alters, right? Even if they survive, we all want the best for them, but imagine your alter ego finding this guy back on Earth and what? Marrying him? It could be a dangerous precedent, don't you think?
Shit.
yeah, the whole all this existing is a dangerous precedent.
Yeah, well, you know them better than me.
But
You'll
I
figure
don't
out what to
know
do.
what telling.
My job is done here.
Yeah. Thanks, Lucas. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
I'm telling
Just-
him.
Keep it up with the Rapidium. and we're even.
I think he'd still want to know that at least some version of him exists, even though it's likely that they'll never meet. Maybe I can tell him like that.
Hey, got a minute? I have some news about Ben. You asked about him? And?
He's alive, tell the truth.
He exists. And he's alive. Is he? So, he was planning to go to space here as well? Looks like it. And there's more. He seems to be the very same person you knew. Working on an oil rig and all. It's... honestly... it's amazing. Wow. You know what this means, don't you?
What does it mean?
No, tell me. It means... oh hell, I don't know what it means, but it's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's real. Now we really need to make it back alive. I need to make it back.
I don't know why I should... I think he knows how unlikely it is that they are going to make it back, and that we're going to make it back to Earth and live the rest of our lives as one big altar family, like some kind of sitcom. But I don't know, there's no reason confronting it right now.
Yeah, so let's get our asses in gear, cause there's still a long way to go. You're right. But the tide is turning, Jan. I can feel it. And let me tell you one thing, Jan. I've been absorbing you with my problems, but that doesn't mean I don't know life hasn't been great for you. It's given us both some sour berries to chew on. Yeah.
Sure,
Remember
but...
Uncle Martin's red currant wine, right? Oh yeah. It'd say, some people get lemons and make lemonade. I get red currants and make wine. Well, you just proved that we can make some really sweet wine out of those sour berries we got. Thank you. Never stop believing the future can be bright. Huh. I'll try.
You keep that attitude up, even though it's completely unwarranted. You learned optimism. Things are hardly ever perfect, and focusing on the negatives is very human. The refiner taught you that changing your perspective and seeing the upside can be refreshing. All it takes is a bit of faith. That's our third puzzle piece. Okay. Is there anything else to do? We'll have 3 more days left tomorrow. Maybe there's going to be another magnetic storm, so maybe we should plan with 2.5 days. And currently we need another 150 organics, and we're probably gonna drain some more. Base expansion 4 is going to be completed tomorrow, so that's the first thing I want to check out tomorrow morning. Jan Botanist wants to talk, or maybe we want to try and calm him down. Even though I think he was doing okay. I want to talk about the technician's attitude.
I'd like to talk to you. It's about the technician's attitude. Yeah, tell me about it.
He's against me whatever I do, he has anger management issues. He's against me whatever I do.
He's pissed at me, and I get the feeling no matter what I do, he'd be against it. He keeps telling me I should fix problems, but when I do, he's not happy about the way I did it. Well, I think I know what you mean. He was never easy, but lately, it's just gotten worse. Good news is, I don't think it's about you. Bad news is, it might never go away. Really?
He just is like that?
Why? Have you ever actually wondered how it is to be us? Your alters?
Not as much as I could.
Huh. No. No, you're right. I didn't give it as much thought as I could. Well, it's difficult, Jan. Really difficult. We may seem like we've come to terms with it, but deep down, we're all struggling. And the technician, he's struggling the hardest. I just don't think he'll ever accept who he is. But then again, would you?
All right. Let's a little more workshopping before going to sleep. And tomorrow we'll see about that base extension. It might be just a worthwhile investment, even if we do nothing else with it. Just because those are resources we will probably want to spend at some point. It's day 62, sunrise in 3 days. Let's go back to the workshop queue until the research is finished. Start working already.
It's getting a little cramped in our storage.
There we go. And we're low on storage, which... oh yeah, it's also a pretty big problem. About that base extension then. 240 metals and 200 minerals. Yeah, we should definitely do it. There we go. Which means we can afford to build some more storage. Even though still only 100 more mass we can take on. Do we want to build another Rapidium arc? No, we can't afford. We can't afford the 100 organics right now, I think. Or at least I'm not sure. Instead, I want to build another medium storage once we have the metal. And next, research some more anomaly shields. Is Jan Miner not working? Oh, he is. Where can I put advanced minerals? Yeah, I'm gonna put you on advanced minerals technician for your short 4-hour shift. And back to the workshop queue. Did we get more baseline storage with our base upgrade? Wasn't paying attention. Okay. We can afford another medium storage. Alright, I think that should be more than enough. We might eventually get rid of it, but it's, as we discussed, it's a way to actually store metal, even if you don't need the storage space. But I think right now that would mean we can even take everything with us. 643, yeah, or at least almost. Alright. We still have a lot of workshop queue to do. Some of your altars have gathered in the medium storage. Curious place together. But I guess we'll check it out.
Moving metals will be hard. Quiet.
What are these two conspiring about? The technician and the miner? Let's not talk to him about why he's angry. Let's talk to... No? No? Let's talk to the miner. What was that about?
And what is this? An interrogation?
I think they talked about moving the metal around or something. It would be hard to move all the metal around. I wonder if there's some kind of mutiny coming.
Look, I've been thinking about why you're so angry at me. The real reason you're angry. Because it's not about the implants, is it?
No? Oh, well, why don't you tell me? I'm dying to know more about myself from someone smarter than me.
You refuse to feel like a slave, you hate me for creating you like this, you're confused about who you are. You hate me for creating you like this and you're 100% right. And there's no way for me to ever make it up to you.
You hate me for creating you like this. And whatever I do, you can't forgive me, can you?
And what difference does it make now if you understand me or not? The fact that you made me at all means you didn't give a fuck about what it might mean for me.
Yep.
Sometimes I wish you just died back then and never brought me here at all.
Yep, he's right, and it took the altars long enough to get there. I think that should have been the first reaction. Once, but maybe, yeah. Maybe it just took them some time, as I think Refiner said, it just took them some time to realize what we actually did and how cruel what we did actually is. It would probably take them some more time to realize that than it should have taken us. You're right.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it would have been for the best.
Just get out of my face.
Okay. Some more workshopping before sleep. Okay, our organics are kinda low. Well, not really, but we're not gaining back. I think it might be because, yeah, we're currently crafting radiation filters. Once we're done with our upload of radiation filters, I guess we'll be fine. Let's sleep. And then it's going to be day 63. The refiner probably wants to talk about the technician again. I wonder if there's one more story beat coming up here before we depart. Maybe something about, as I said, a mutiny. So
The morale's not so great lately. How are you holding up amidst all the tension? Honestly, I don't get it. These guys really think we can decide who's human and who's not? Makes you wonder where a man's moral code stems from, right? Not his genes, apparently. Apparently not. Well, whatever they think, you have my full support. Even if it means working more because those crybabies are too outraged.
Okay, weird thing to say. Workshop queue. How much is our miner working? 7 hours, that's fine. Advanced minerals, that's also fine. Refinery research, do we have research left? I think it might finally be time to get the probe upgrades. Maybe get the quick crafting first? Yeah, quick crafting first. And then the only thing left to grab without spending samples is the probes upgrade. So we might have it for the next deposit we claim. Alright, radiation filters should be good now. I think we might consider, assuming we can afford it, yeah, another radiation repulsor. Maybe here for now. Here. Mr. Technician should do some maintenance. He's off shift. We should be doing some maintenance in the meantime. And I think, at least on this landing site, having 2 of these radiation repulsors means we don't consume any radiation filters anymore. At least not outside of magnetic storms. At least that's how I understand it. How did all of those modules break? Okay, let's make sure that since we have more than enough food right now. Cooked meal. Yeah, there's still some queued. But I'm removing the uphold from raw food just for now, and I'm gonna manually craft because these take organics in pretty big chunks, and I just wanna be doubly careful that I don't get into a situation where I can't get out because food production just swallowed my last organics. No one to talk to, so we can do some more repairs. Should we continue repairs through the evening? I think we should. Anything else? I think we can make it through that crafting queue tomorrow. And we'll still have to deal with maybe starting to demolish some of our outposts to make sure we get all of the resources that we can. Alright. Coming up, day 64. Sunrise in 1 day. 23 hours even. Okay, I think I'm placing one more storage module. Because we have the metal right now. And I'm gonna put it here. We have 2160 storage, that should be enough. Hopefully. Oh, never mind, we can't do that. Cost exceeds organic tank capacity, so never mind. So we'll have to get through with this amount of storage. Did I unlock quick crafting? Can I check out how quick crafting works? I wonder if that's a time efficient way for us to... 96%. I wonder if that's a time efficient way for us to spend resources like metals without spending much time. Okay, I'm waiting for nothing because our scientist isn't even working yet. The scientist wants to talk. I don't remember, do we have to? I don't think I found out the last time, and I don't think I want to find out this time. I'm just gonna make sure we are out of here before this countdown goes down, which means we can't go to sleep tonight. Which means... yeah. What's taking our storage? Can I maybe sort by... okay, this is 280. We have 280 volume of these are 400. Okay, usable mining outpost. What happens if we... oh, we don't regain anything from destroying mining outposts. But since we have so much metal, I think we should destroy them anyway. To make room. We have 800 volume is going to be our organics. Okay. 200, 400, oh, our ALX. Would converting our ALX... would converting our ALX give us anything in terms of storage? 92... no, I don't think so. And our Rapidium is pretty heavy as well, okay. We can't build another Rapidium arc, as we figured out. So I think the best I can do is... I think the last time we departed it forced us to make room, right? For all the stuff. For all the stuff we needed. What's taking up the... okay, we should remove this from the crafting queue. Anything that's taking organic shouldn't be queued right now. Unless there's one more... yeah, even the greenhouse we have... oh, we have 0 cooked meal. How did we go out of raw food and cooked meals? Okay, we're gonna be eating mush for a day. I want to get out of here. But I don't want to waste all of our good outposts. So I'm just gonna go around and manually collect the good ones. Wait, and that's gonna take some time, right? Unless I'm willing to place... travel. Yeah, okay. We'll just have to make sure we do it in an efficient manner. Although maybe I'm stupid. If the game is forcing us to pick everything up anyways, why do it manually now? Why not just destroy stuff until... if anything, the stuff we should destroy are our normal outposts, because these are the... whoa. These are the ones we don't want. They don't give us any resources. We don't want to pick them up. They are dead weight, right? I think that's right. Okay. Can I go down? Yeah. Why do we have... is it, yeah, 46 much. Okay, so I'm picking up all normal outposts that only cost metal, because we're probably not going to reuse them. Did we unlock quick crafting? From now on you can craft suit batteries, drill charges and anomaly shields outside the base via the ring menu. is instantaneous but uses more resources. So that is a way to do... you can do the workshop queue, yeah. That is a way to do what I thought you could do. Are we done with research? Let's queue this, even though it's not important. Let's pick up this normal outpost. And can we make it straight to this outpost? Yes. We can leave this one because that's going in our inventory. This organics outpost here. What's taking up 55 in the queue right now? I don't understand. Oh, I never cancelled the food. Yeah, we're cancelling the food. In case I didn't say. Let's fill us up on organics.
Should I move there?
Come on. 5 more. I want to pack it up. Oh, we have 5. It's in the queue. Ooh, oh, the mush. Okay, we're removing some uphold here. And now I'm taking this. That's an advanced deposit, advanced outpost. What about this? That's an auto outpost that can stay. That's an auto outpost that can stay. This outpost we want to take. And that's it. Which means the rest of the stuff that's going in our inventory is going to be pylon components and actual good outposts. So that's the stuff we want to make room for. Which way do we get out of here? Through a cave. And then the next thing, if you aren't doing anything useful right now, is assigning everyone to, probably apart from technician, to the neutralizer towers. And then we can leave the gravity sensor, use the gravity sensor and leave the canyon. So does it matter much taking these 2 outposts? How much is 1 outpost? How much do I save if I just... Wait. Didn't I pick up multiple? Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it. Picking those up. It's 50 storage each. And it's once again only quote-unquote metal.
Molly's grave.
Where? Oh, there.
I couldn't
That's
have
cute.
chosen a better place for her myself.
Do I have to go up there and quote-unquote use the neutralizer tower? Because if I do, I wish I had placed a travel pylon up there.
Rest in peace, Ray.
Rest in peace, Molly. Where was I going? I should have fast traveled. I can still fast travel. Let's head to the base. Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe I should... Ooh, anomaly shield. First time getting use out of that. I wonder if we have to go up there or not. To use the... Where are we going? Normal outpost? Wasn't there another one? Auto outpost? Advanced, auto, outpost. Okay, I'm taking this one then, and then we head home. There we go, storage. Mining outpost, destroy. And then quickest way home. Can I climb? No. Can I climb this? No. Go heading down there maybe? Yeah. And that's going to be... no. That wasn't our second... use the gravity sensor and leave the canyon. I still don't know what that means. Where am I going? Down there. There we go. How much do we still... command center do we still need to pick up? 498. So I think we need to get rid of a bunch of... well... getting rid of half our Rapidium would already get us halfway there. Getting rid of all of our Rapidium would take us all the way there, but... can maybe afford to get rid of some mush, but I would need to make sure we don't immediately craft new. We definitely want to keep that automatic outpost. Yeah, I'm getting rid of a bunch of Rapidium. How much more? 498. So call that 500. So we need to get rid of another 100 in storage. Do I want to get rid of maybe 50 metals and some more Rapidium? Launch the gravity sensor outside, so we do have to head outside once more. Good that we figured out that in time. So I'm assuming I have to go to the one that is marked on the map. Luckily we still have the auto outpost, which might be our quickest way there. When does our anomaly repellent shield recharge, did it say? I'm still wondering why we never... maybe it's because the technician is angry with us? Maybe if the technician wasn't angry with us, there was would have been a quest to find out what's behind there? Or something? Oh, we can see the sun. We don't need to climb, but we could because we have the upgrade, right? Which is really nice because now we can spend all of our suit charge on anomaly eradication. There we go, everyone's here. Use the gravity sensor. I guess this one? Ready to launch? Start journey. Let's do it. Yeah, we can automatically collect all of this. 3 automatic outposts, 1 advanced, and the 25 pylon components. Nice. I wish it would let you maybe, it would give you a drop down. Or maybe it does if your storage is full. But that way you wouldn't need to do what I've done to remove the least sought after building. Anyways, let's go.
Worked. We can get out of here.
Cool.
I'm sorry, hon.
What? Uh-oh. Betrayal? Journey 3.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Bedtime's over.
Am I being detained? What happened?
What happened? Do you know where you are? Who you are? Do you remember anything?
Oh.
Please. What next? You can ask me about my name and role on this mission? Of course I remember. I mean, up to a point. Oh, shit. Oh, my chest. Careful. You took a heavy blow there.
Are we still who?
Yeah. I remember the technician. But why? Did he attack me? Yes. Apparently, some of us were unable to come to terms with your decisions. Looks like they'd been planning this for some time. Repairing the tour vehicle while you weren't watching. Filling it up with stolen supplies. And then, when the time came, the technician just knocked you down. And they took off into the desert.
What's their plan exactly? With our supplies?
Took off with our supplies, and you just stood and watched?
Let's not...
No, I was busy
Yeah.
fighting for your life. That blow caught you off balance. You fell and punctured your helmet. You were suffocating. Luckily, we had some Madrigal in the med bay. Well, at least I thought that would work. But after the injection, you just turned blue and started shaking all over. Of course I did. I'm allergic to Adrical. Yes, well, I know that now. I'll probably need to get tested too when I'm back on Earth.
Oh, okay, he doesn't know.
Wait. How did you find out? From someone who knows you best. I called Lena. Of course, it would have been much quicker if the botanist had told me. But I guess he was too busy despairing about our situation in his cabin. You talked to Lena? Yes. Fortunately, all of this happened before we got lost and communications died.
What? What did you well, let's get the optional out of the way, even though our current situation is more important than Lena, obviously.
Did you tell her about everything that happened here? Why shouldn't I? She wanted to know what's going on, and you were flatlining. There was no time for playing kiddie games. Shit. Yes. Well, I hope you also heard the important part of my story. It happened before we got lost.
Yeah, what do you mean lost? How do we get lost?
We're lost? The navigation system's down. The storm is everywhere. We've been circling blindly for days. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but frankly, the base is close to breaking down. The storm's been putting it under a lot of pressure, and supplies are at a critical level. It's been quite intense.
Any good news?
Is there no good news at all? I mean, we're closer to the finish line, right? We just need to figure out how to get out of the storm. Sure, easy as that. Just so you know, we have been trying. With all the time we've lost, I'd say we're one mistake away from failing the mission and getting stuck here for good. We need to stop drifting aimlessly, pick a direction, and this time, it needs to be a flawless choice. Flawless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you see the problem. Oh, and one more thing. What is it? Tabula rasa. while I was busy tending to you, he missed his dose of sedative and, well, he woke up.
Huh?
So, don't be surprised to find him rummaging for food in the kitchen or making a mess in the storage.
So he's a feral human.
A little out of control.
But he's a human.
Like everything at the moment. Okay, so what do we do? I was hoping things would change when you woke up, but I suppose it's gonna take more than that.
And in a way, he's the least immoral creation out of all of... Well, maybe the sheep was the most moral, quote-unquote. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not superhuman, you know. How am I supposed to suddenly know what to do? Well, superhuman or not, you're still gonna have to bite the bullet. Bullet? What bullet? What are you talking about? I didn't want to stress you immediately after you woke up, but there is something you should hear. Some messages in the comms room from before we lost contact with Earth.
From...
Okay. What's in them? What are you not telling me? Just listen for yourself.
Quantum computer failure. Everything failed. Check the messages from Earth. Base overview. Quantum computer failed. Personal cabin failed. Contemplation room failed. Park with bench failed. Tabula rasa and the refiner are in the gym. The botanist wants to talk. How's our storage looking? We did keep our radiation filters and repair kits. We kept most of our stuff. We did lose some food. And we're low on organics, but... that's fine. We'll recover. Let's listen to the message. Messages from Earth. Agatha. Uh-oh, is that some kind of higher up Ally Corp person?
This is a message for Jan Dolsky, corporate ID 4672B. My name is Agatha Wilson, and I am the Chief Operating Officer at Ally Corp,
Sure is.
your employer. I have received some very unfortunate news about your mission. I do hope you realize it is vital that we speak without delay, so as to clear up any possible misunderstandings. Otherwise, the board will have to qualify your actions as purposefully subversive. I cannot keep them hoping it is not the case for much longer. Please don't let me down, and get back to me immediately.
I'm sure this person is gonna turn out to be reasonable. Once we get a chance to talk to her, surely, right? Message from Lucas?
What the fuck, Jan? What the fuck? They know everything. The board.
Uh-oh.
But I thought we were... I thought we had each other's backs. That is some deep, deep shit you got Maxwell into. Do you even realize what you've done? Stabbing him in the back like that? Without any warning after everything he's done for you? Me? This is my last call. They've decided to cut me off. I won't be able to talk to anyone, do anything. Not until someone comes for me. All I do is sit here in this tin can and wait. Well done, bro. You know, I thought you'd have the guts to face me, but no. At least, I hope at least, you don't fuck things up with Rubidium.
Isn't that
you
more
bring it up for
important?
those bastards to share with others. But maybe I'm naive to think you care about such things.
Maybe a more happy message from Lena?
Jan, I called and... shit. One of those altars of yours picked up. I know you're recovering from a fight or something? I don't know much more. He was unnerving. This is strange. Look, I know I promised to keep your altars a secret, but I talked to Vin. Dr. Paulson, the colleague I told you, was helping me out with those implants for you. And he convinced me that it would be a big mistake not to tell anybody.
Okay, so we were
Out
fucked
there,
from
it
the
might
start.
seem like you're making the right decisions, but from the outside, I mean, it's not looking good. Is it true that some of them went rogue and sabotaged your mission? I mean, shit. Are they dangerous? Maybe curing them was not such a good idea after all. I don't know. I'm really confused right now.
Find me when you're done with those calls.
I don't know. Can we fix? If anyone can fix, it's us, because technician no longer here. So it seems like the moment we asked Lena for help, no matter how we did it, we were fucked. It was going to come out, right? So I don't know. There's no... I don't regret it. Siding with Maxwell was a non-starter as soon as I figured out, and maybe it took me longer than it should have, that Tabula Rasa is a person. Let's repair the park simulation. Oh right, those dice-looking things. Were the chip we found, the holo chip. Let's talk to our remaining altars. Let's talk to Tabula Rasa. Well, talk. Hello there.
Hello there.
Any chance you can become useful? There's no way he can speak, right?
Any chance you can become useful? Do some work in the base, like the other Yans, instead of making a mess. Yeah. Me, Jan, you, Jan. Yeah, great. So, what next?
Is he good at anything? Probably not.
This will be fun.
Alright. Anyone else want to talk? Before I talk to the scientist, which I think will advance the plot. Man, it sucks to lose the miner from a gameplay point of view.
Good to see you in the base, buddy. Likewise, man. We thought we'd lost you there. Tell me you know how to get us out of this mess. We need supplies fast. We won't hold out much longer.
I don't even know where we are and what's going on, or much of anything. It seems like we're rolling through the desert, through a sandstorm. That's all I know. I just got here. I know less about our current situation than Tabula Rasa. You know, Mr. Botanist, you stayed.
So, you stayed. I appreciate that. And you're awake, at last. You'd better think of something quick. We're nowhere near finding our way out of this sandstorm.
Let's talk to the scientist then. What a mess.
Looks like the mess is bigger than I thought.
Yes, we've waited long enough for you to come to, but we need decisions fast. What's the plan?
Simple, get out of the sandstorm.
Plan is simple. We need to get out of this sandstorm and reach the rendezvous point. I just don't really know how. Not yet. I never thought I'd say it, but I miss the technician. He knew that navigation system inside out.
I failed him, you're paying the price, we'll be fine without him. I failed him, I mean, yeah. Ooh. I mean, we failed him by creating him, we're all, yeah.
He kept challenging me. I failed him, and you're paying the price. Now's not the time for regrets, Jan. We need to set a direction for the base.
That's true.
It needs to be right. We can't afford another day of drifting aimlessly in this storm. This is not a joke, Jan. Everything depends on you. The mission, Rapidium, our lives.
I'm guessing I can fuck something up here?
The corporation. We implanted their tech in our heads.
We did.
Losing a part of the team in the process.
We did.
I'd hate to know it was all for nothing.
Decided I was just reacting to pressure. Whatever I was wrong, I did what I thought was right. I did what I thought was right, yes.
I did what I thought was right. Using tabula rasa was not an option, but it looks like doing right by your conscience doesn't always mean doing right by others. I'm sorry. I wish I could have done better. As your captain. No need to blame yourself. Apparently there was no way for you to ever become one. What do you mean? Just take a look at the branchings available in the QC. You can find all sorts of walks of life that you could have taken, but a captain? No. It was never possible. None of us were cut out for that role.
Which makes it even more interesting that we were left alive on the initial landing. Maybe, because it was implied that the quantum computer maybe had a hand in that. And the quantum computer also knew at least all of our mind records, and maybe even all of our simulated mind records. So maybe it pre-calculated all the branches. Is it liberating? I guess in a sense it is liberating. To know that there's there's no version of you that made choices that would have led to you, I don't know, would it? I'm not sure how I would feel about any of this, to be honest.
You're right. It's kind of liberating, knowing that there was simply no way to be good at this. Oh, well, this actually got me thinking about something. What? That code we got from Maxwell to upgrade the QC. His old experiment. He and Lucas used the mind records in a completely different way.
Yeah.
To manipulate the consciousness of an existing person.
I was talking about that.
You're not really thinking we should try and repeat that. Oh, I agree it could be dangerous, but well, you said it yourself. There might not be another way.
How does it work though? I think the last time I thought about it, I landed on removing memories from your own brain is fine. But what I think is not fine, what already isn't fine, and I think that's the way they were doing it, with the original application of, I think it was trauma related, was not removing the memory of the trauma, because that might not even work, because everything else around it would still be in place. I think what they did is branch before the trauma occurred and basically update the mind record with the mind records of a simulated person that didn't experience the trauma. And that, I think, not only isn't okay again, for the same reasons that birthing an altar isn't, it's also suicide, I think. Maybe only philosophically, but at least the way I conceptualize consciousness. Because there might be a way to have like one continuous, and I know talking about continuous consciousness is weird because even a normal human doesn't 100% has a 100% consistent stream of consciousness because of sleep, or maybe, you know, other situations where your brain functions might temporarily be inhibited in such a way that you no longer exhibit any signs of consciousness. But be that as it may, I think there's a way where I could imagine you being able to live edit memories out of your brain without that edit, that meaning that you philosophically die. But I think as soon as you update yourself with firmware from a different version, from a simulated version, that's suicide. So I'm not going to do it. Well, but if the options are let's try it on someone else, experiment on yourself, and fine, I'll do it. Maybe despite thinking that it's suicide, we should do it. Maybe. I'm wondering how the game's playing this, and maybe I'm completely misreading what you said and I just went on a huge tangent, completely unrelated to what's going to happen. I'm gonna say I'll do it, even though my current understanding is that that would mean killing ourselves and replacing and placing... Wait. No, but we shouldn't do it. But we shouldn't do it, but if we're doing it to anyone, it should be us.
Fine. I'll do it. What's the plan? It's hard to call it a plan. Just go into the womb, I'll plug you in, load Maxwell's code, and... improvise. Missing on production? Doesn't sound like your standards. Oh, I had to say goodbye to my standards the moment I woke up in this base.
That's fair. What are we doing then? We go in the womb and then... Alright. Are you snacking, my man? I respect it.
All right, I'm activating the procedure. Any last words?
Yeah, is it okay to have second thoughts about overriding?
It is overwriting. Are we going back or are we editing stuff? We're going back, okay. Ugh. Okay, maybe I was right and this is a game over? Nope. We woke up
Over.
as
Hello?
a Jan.
Anybody here?
Base is
Are we still...
I should check outside.
Are we... Oh. Is any of that real even? Check outside. Oh,
Ah, shit. We're still in the storm. What the hell?
oh, what the hell? Interlude. Are we dreaming? Are we? Oh, whoa, that's whoa. Okay, so this isn't real. Probably.
Hey, someone's there.
These.
Wait.
Ooh,
I
is that supposed
losing
to
my mind?
be?
Damn it.
Is it Jan's?
What was that?
Whoa.
Hey, is that a baby? What's going on here? I recognize this.
Playground? Is that a memory from our childhood? Are we moving through... Are we moving through a physical manifestation of our timeline?
You're no good. Hear that? No good! Filthy freak, no good!
Ambulance.
Mom,
Oh, you're right.
no matter what I do, you're gone. Maybe you should have run faster. What the hell?
Is that our essence? The real Jan Prime? Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am you, Jan. Just different.
Am I dead? Is this a dream? I still think I'm dead.
Am I dead?
No, you're just lost in the desert, remember?
Yeah, but this is not real.
This is not real. It's not really happening, right?
Why would you think it's not happening? Your mind is here. Isn't that real enough? The better question is, why are you here?
Are we in? Maybe our consciousness is in the quantum computer right now? To become a better man, to find a way out. I think I originally came here to become a better man, or at least to make space for a better version of myself.
I wanted to change things. Become a better man. Someone who
Excuse me.
knows what to do.
A better man. You can't just start being someone else all of a sudden. Didn't Pops teach you that?
I'm not my father.
Maybe not. But aren't you doing what he did all his life? Waiting for a miracle to happen and change everything.
I took matters into my own hands. I chose to turn to science. We didn't. Well, we at some point turned to science. But we ran away. I took matters into my own hands.
That's not true. I wasn't waiting for anything. I took matters into my own hands.
Do you really believe that? That you're the architect of your own fate? What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion? It's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Does it really matter what I do, where I go, what I say? Am I the captain of my ship? Or does it take its own course regardless of what I do?
You're wrong, I create my future, my choices are real, my alters prove that. I mean, the choices are real, but that doesn't mean that you're the one choosing. The universe might have chosen for you long in advance, right? But the alters prove that things could have, at least could have happened differently.
My choices are real. My alters are proof of that.
Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that? Cut it out. Cut it out. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. But you haven't been listening carefully. I told you. I'm you. It breaks my heart to see you so absorbed in that whole what-if business. Using your alters to revisit problems you couldn't solve. You've been very busy. But still, instead of moving forward, you end up here, stuck in your past. How is that?
I know now that I could have been there for her. If I had taken a different path.
She's gone, Jan. She always was. There was never anything you could have done.
Where's he gone? Oh, this is crazy.
I wonder... I would understand the moralizing about our choices a bit more if about the idea of us wanting to see the different choices if we had done all of this for that, but it was, we didn't primarily create the altars to play God or to find out what could have been, right? We primarily created the altars because we needed help to get away from this planet alive. And maybe if you want to be charitable, you can even attribute some altruistic motives to us in saying we want to make sure the Rapidium gets to Earth. But either way, our primary objective was never to find out what could have been. We're doing that right now, once again, but once again because we're... I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not understanding what it's trying to tell me. Who's giggling?
Is that you?
Was a mistake. Why didn't you fight for us? We weren't meant for each other. I tried.
What is going on with me?
It's over.
Don't go. Wait.
I guess you two just weren't meant to be together.
We just like the future ex-girlfriend movie.
You again? Come here to make fun of my failures.
Not my fault you're caught up in their loop.
In that big round base of yours?
I can fix things with Lena or I'm moving forward. Yeah, I can fix things with Lena is the wrong idea, but I think I resisted those temptations. And that's maybe why I'm confused about the moralizing from this stranger version of Jan. Because I think I resisted, or at least tried to resist the temptations of using my altars for, I think, what he's saying I've been doing. I'm moving forward.
I'm moving forward.
Yes. To stop short on the wrong side of a precipice. Can't you see that you never were good enough for her? Her parents were mad at her when she dumped that law student for you. The unemployed miner's son with no prospects. And you wanted to impress them with what? A house with a garden, a steady job in a corporation? Is that why you were so afraid of losing that house and going abroad with her? Because you knew her parents wouldn't respect you? Just look at your altars. Don't you think any one of them would impress her more than the average boring Yondolski?
Maybe, but it was me she fell in love with.
She fell in love with the person I was, not with who I could have been.
Love. Such a big word. Was it real love, though? Can you even tell what's real? How many times did you wonder that maybe you're not the original Jan? That there had to be someone else. A version of you who actually deserved to live, to be loved. Because he always knew what to do, because he never made mistakes. Maybe that way he was worthy of his father's love.
Why are you doing this?
That's cruel. Why are you doing this?
Me? Jan. Didn't I already tell you that I'm you? Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Is he some kind of manifestation of a part of our psyche? Or is he really another Jan, or a being not shackled to any particular manifestation of Jan?
Please, don't go! What the fuck? No. Where are you going? Hey, you.
Our original crew? But it wasn't our fault, right? Wasn't it you? Wasn't it the quantum computer's fault? That we are the only one left? Did this? This didn't happen, right?
I'm sorry, Captain. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
They were dead before you got to them.
Right. Why me and not any one of them? Yeah. I did wonder that multiple times, but I doubt we're getting an answer.
Why did I survive, not any one of them?
Someone had to.
All this time, and I still don't understand what happened.
I'm sure you have some smart theories up your sleeve. Go ahead. Hit me.
The corporation is sabotaging missions on purpose. I don't think so. I can see them being negligent maybe and not that, yeah, the equipment not being to the highest safety standards, but no. It was part of Maxwell's plan. That doesn't make sense either, right? Well, actually, maybe the corporation is sabotaging Maxwell, because it was implied that he's an outcast after his research got shut down, that he's like kinda not very well regarded in the corporation. But I don't really believe it. There was no reason it was an accident. No, I think if I had to guess, I'd still think there's a quote-unquote higher power at work somehow. I'm going to say the corporation is sabotaging missions on purpose, even though I don't think that's it.
I think the corporation is up to something. Maybe they're secretly sabotaging missions that land on planets with rubidium.
What would they do that for?
Well, maybe they have more interest in searching for rubidium than actually finding it.
That would make some sense.
They're doing great business on these missions, getting government funding and bringing back all sorts of resources. Solving the hunger problem isn't really anything they'd be interested in.
I don't think you really believe that. You see, I think that deep down, you know what happened. The answers were always there, in front of you. But instead of piecing them together, you preferred to look away.
What do you mean?
What answers? What are you talking about?
You know there was an oxygen leak during the
Yes.
landing. You got that information.
And we are.
And you also know what the quantum computer is, how it operates,
Yes.
what its main purpose is.
To bring back... I don't really know what its main... Wait, I think we read about it in the manual. To optimize decisions?
To optimize decisions.
That's right. Its role is to ensure the success of the mission no matter what. And it looks like in the face of an emergency, it had to do just that.
So I was
There
right.
was only enough oxygen for one person to survive. And the QC had to calculate the probability, as it always does, who should receive that life-saving breath. No judgment, no reading tea leaves, just pure data analysis to give the answer to one simple question. Who had the biggest chances of completing the mission?
And it was...
Yes. The math pointed to you.
How do you know all this?
Because you know it. You always did. But you were so focused on your mistakes.
Yeah. Okay. He just said calculated or probability, but why when dealing with the future does the quantum computer need to deal with probabilities? Because I think when it simulates, it can know. Maybe it can't simulate the future, it can only... that would probably depend on whether decisions are real, right? If decisions aren't real, that would mean the quantum computer knew the whole time that we'd make it. But we were busy focusing on our mistakes, yeah, because we want to learn from them, or was busy making tough decisions. I want to learn from them, even though if you're of the opinion that decisions aren't real, that's obviously a futile thing to do.
Avoid bad choices.
What is a bad choice, really? You feel you could have made a lot of different decisions in your life, but without those choices, good or bad, you wouldn't be who you are. The person with the best chance to pull it off. Maybe it's not you who needs to change, but your perspective. Mistakes can have good consequences too, you know.
Are they still mistakes if they have good outcomes?
And they're not mistakes anymore, are they?
My point exactly.
So
Still,
what?
I lost a part of my team.
Conflicts can open new, unexpected paths.
What do you mean?
Find and follow your disobedient side. You've spent a lot of time on this planet escaping the sun, facing the darkness. Maybe it's time you started looking through the darkness and notice the light.
What do you mean?
Light? What light? Hey,
Great. What are we doing?